Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, Mandy? Nice to see you. We can't
You
possibly be
too.
the only ones here, right?
Right
Okay,
now, I
so
think, but I logged on a little early because
oh, here we
I'm
go.
bad at logging on late. So
Nice to see you, everybody. Please forgive me for being on my phone. Is it Mercury retrograde or I don't know what is happening in my world today but here we are. My computer is not allowing me to get on. I'm trying to find headphones and they don't exist right at this moment. So this is what we're working with. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll just wait a minute or so for folks to join. Get rid of that thing because I don't need it. How is everybody doing today? Let me know either you can unmute or drop it in the chat where you're joining from, what's going on for you. I can't see everybody when I'm on my phone, which I really like to see you guys. I like to see who's here every week. It's so much fun. We are going to be talking today about goals. Goals, and how we started the year and how we want to finish the year and all of those things. Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
Nice to bright and early for you.
Yes, 5 a.m. Getting ready for work.
Here we are with another makeup and skincare tutorial. Thank you for that. Okay, so I have a few announcements that we will start with. Let me just see if I can get on speaker view from my phone for the recording. Maybe, maybe not. Is it? No. Okay, I'm just not going to worry about it. It is what it is for today. Okay, we have some announcements to make. The first thing that you need to know is that if you are on live and you are showing your face and you're talking to me or talking to the group, you will be showing in the recording. So that's just a reminder. I've forgotten the last couple of times to remind people of that. So just understand that that's what's going to happen because these are recorded and uploaded to the Bodygraph Chart YouTube channel, and we put them in the Facebook group and all of those good things. So you should be aware of that. Hey, Kathy. And then another announcement that we have to make is that the podcast is coming. It really is coming. We're super excited about this. We're working on the pilot episode now, getting some feedback on that with the team. So remember that it is called The Pulse on Human Design. I think that Tressa is here today. I'm pretty sure that I saw her on here. And she is the winner of the business session, which I will post in a big post on the Facebook group as well. So we have launch news coming. So just kind of keep an eye on your inbox, keep an eye in the Facebook group, and we will be sharing news of when it's launching, how you can join the hype team and all of that stuff. And then we need to be reminded about the directory. So Gittes and the team have worked on a directory for practitioners. And it's really quite incredible. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm lucky, I get to have some conversations with Gittes one-on-one. And he is so knowledgeable about loads of things, but websites for one thing. If you haven't gone into the Facebook group and checked on the post that he wrote about improving our websites, you got to look at that because it's really amazing stuff that he's putting there. And he's also putting a lot of work behind, like, it's not just, okay, I'm going to throw up these people's faces and their businesses online and, then that's the end of it. He's really working to get people to our pages and into our businesses because he's passionate about bringing human design to the rest of the world through us, right? So, anyway, there is a directory available now, and it will be live soon that you can check out. You can also take a look at the Facebook post to see it there. If you're not in the group, I'm not sure if Lara is here. I think she's on holidays, but maybe one of our team will post the Facebook group link in the chat for us. Okay. Who else needs affirmations and grounding today? Holy. My granddaughter is 4. Her name's Sawyer. And well, that's not true. I was going to say we don't swear. I swear sometimes. I call it praying because I have a word that I use that sounds like prayer. But the other day we were at the cottage and she came out with, I was trying to put the harness on my dog and she says, holy Halloween, Berkeley, holy Halloween, or what the Halloween, or something like that. And I don't know where she heard that or where she picked it up, but now I find myself saying that too. But that's the kind of day that it is over here. Anybody else experiencing that kind of? I looked at the transits, I'm like 45, that shouldn't, I don't know what line it is today, but I'm like, what is going on? Kathy's nodding her head too. Do you have some insight on that, Kathy?
Well, it's 45 line 6, which points to the 12, and we've got 12 already there in Venus, and we have and it's like still all that ego through the throat energy, and we're probably really close to switching because it switched last night to line 6. So I don't know. It's always looking to the next gate, right? When you're in the 6th line, it's looking to the next gate, and the next gate is gate 12. And so that's all that really, and everybody's talking about music today. Have you noticed
Really?
that? I've seen so many posts that people, and I got an email today that was about music, and then somebody
They're
had
still
their
doing the
little
intro.
message on Instagram that said, all posts don't need music, or PSA, all posts don't need music. And I had
It's a
smart
group
ass and
on
say,
human design,
PSA,
design and marketing.
you can-
Mhm.
Mandy, can I just get you
PSA,
to mute?
yeah.
I can't mute because I'm, thank you. Sorry, Kathy.
But PSA, you can turn off the music, because like, don't tell me I can't have music. And I was fired up. I couldn't just ignore that. And it's this energy that's just like, don't tell me. Don't tell me. So, yeah.
Well, and you mean people don't have their phones on mute when they're scrolling? Like my ringer is never on, volume is never on. It's like, what kind of an animal has the volume on?
Well, but I put music on my transit story every morning, and it's fun for me to
Yeah.
find something that vibes with the transit story and has that feeling for me. And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it, but don't tell me I can't do it.
That's right. Just turn your volume down. Yeah. Okay.
But it's feisty energy today.
It is very feisty, very like I just thought it was going to be like a chaotic transit or something, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Day 12.
So, affirmations and grounding. Let's do that and then we will get into it, okay? Oh, look here's somebody else saying in the chat that she couldn't get into the call from her laptop either. So there you go. Maybe our laptops are kind of in the ethers going crazy. Okay. So if you haven't been on a call before, we like to start some of these work sessions with affirmations, just to kind of ground us into our bodies and ground us into the energy of abundance and the energy of this is what we're here to do. So let's get the job done. Okay. So you can close your eyes or just come to stillness, whatever works for you. And I will just speak these affirmations, and then you can repeat them in your head after me or out loud if you'd like to. I am worthy of receiving my greatest desires. I am abundant. I have within me what it takes to reach my goals. Everything that I desire is on the other side of my resistance. I am safe. I am supported. I am more than enough. At this very moment, someone is praying for the solution that I provide. I am right where I need to be in this moment. I am worthy of receiving my greatest desires. I am abundant. I have within me what it takes to reach my goals. Everything that I desire is on the other side of my resistance. I am safe. I am supported. I am more than enough. At this very moment, someone is praying for the solution that I provide. I am exactly where I need to be right now. And we'll do them one more time. I am worthy of receiving my greatest desires. I am abundant. I have within me what it takes to reach my goals. Everything that I desire is on the other side of my resistance. I am safe. I am supported. I am more than enough. At this very moment, someone is praying for the solution that I provide. I am exactly where I need to be in this moment. And when that feels complete for you, you can just take a nice big deep breath and come back to the room. Feels so much better to kind of let go of what you left and not think about what you have to do and just come into the room with yourself. Okay, so we are talking about our goals. I'm just curious now, I can only see a few faces because I'm on my phone. So please unmute and talk to me or pop it in the chat. I need to follow along with the chat here somehow. And let me know. I'm curious if you went to, oh gosh, I haven't done what I needed to do or what I would do. I need to revisit my goals, and you thought smaller. You thought you were going to have to like crunch them down, or did anyone have the experience where you're like, oh wow, I already did that. I can go bigger. Not set goals like that. EFT time, yes. And it's okay if you haven't set goals yet. I know we have some beginners on the call who are like, oh, can I still join if I haven't set goals? Yes, absolutely. So I guess nobody is like Gary V. Kelly, Holy Halloween. I haven't really got and thinking, oh my gosh, I need to make my goals bigger. So that's okay. We're okay. I am goal resistant. Yeah, a lot of people are goal resistant, and that's okay. If it's not your jam, that's okay. Kim is saying that she hadn't set specific goals. I can't see the whole chat, and I can't find a way to get the whole thing up on my phone. So I'm reading really fast as they go across. And it's okay. Like, I know a lot of people are resistant to setting goals, and that might be okay for you and for your business. I'm not that person. I'm the person who needs to have kind of my eye on the prize and to be constantly reevaluating to make sure that I'm still on track. Yes, I'm following my design, but there are business truths that are business truths that are business truths, no matter what kind of a design that you have, no matter what Enneagram you are, no matter what your strengths finder is, all of those things, right? And we know that human design is better than all of those things, but I'm just throwing those out there. So Kathy said that, she's a little bit goal resistant. I'm just curious if who else on the call, do you set goals? Does everybody here set goals? Anybody else not set goals? Goal resistant, Candace is saying. Kelly's saying not really for goals. Intentions, yeah. Yeah, you can call them different things for sure, yes. I set and forget. Thank you for your honesty, Kelly. Yeah, isn't that always the truth? Yeah, intentional, yeah. Intentional is my word of the year, yeah. Yeah, so I've gotten away from calling them resolutions and all of those things, but definitely I do like goals for myself personally, but intentions. And I also try to, every morning when I get up, it's like, what is my intention for today? What do I intend for the day ahead? Because it can be really, really easy, even actually it can be easier in a day to waste the day away. And then by the time you realize it, it's like, holy crap, here we are, we're 6 months in and I've wasted a whole bunch of days that have added up to 6 months of the year, right? So we don't want to be doing, okay, sorry, I can't keep up to the chat, you guys, but I'll try to save it and see it after. I'm trying to get it as it goes across, but I'm going to set the intention for next Wednesday that my computer works properly and everything goes very, very smoothly with text. Mandy's saying she can do better with goal setting. Okay. So first, do you remember, those of you that set goals, do you remember the goal that you set for yourself or the goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year? Does anybody remember? You can unmute and talk to me, or you can pop in the chat. It can be really easy to kind of be like, oh gosh, what did I even say I was going to do? Mandy?
I'll go. Yeah. So my main thing that I've been trying to do is putting myself out there more, even through the resistance, especially being a 4/6, and also as a reflector. So I've been really trying to focus on finding ways to find my people and put myself out there. And I've been doing well, but I think that I could be doing better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what's your lived experience as a reflector doing that?
Oh my, in what capacity, in what way?
Well, okay, so some of the things that I always want to know is how does that feel in your body? Like
Yeah.
what putting yourself out there, to me, that seems can be kind of
Oh,
uncomfortable.
it's
Some
super
people, right?
uncomfortable. Yeah. It's super uncomfortable. There's a lot of resistance. Also, it depends on definitely the group, the people that I'm around and the community that I'm seeding myself into. So I know like the ones that I'm a little bit more comfortable with and feel more natural, those definitely are the ones I tend to gravitate more towards.
Okay. Because you're kind of right now like sampling little bits of networks, right?
Mhm.
I see
Right.
you do. Yeah. And have you
Yep.
found some?
I
that feel
have.
good?
I have.
Good.
Yeah, especially in the human design, gene keys, astrology, spirituality groups. I've been really trying to focus in on those areas to find my people.
Nice. Nice. Thank you for sharing.
Mhm.
Anybody else want to share a goal that you set? If you remember the goal that you set? I know somebody said in the chat, bring my brand to life. That's the first part of it that I got. Somebody said smile more every day. I think it was Kelly that said replace her job income with her business, which is a really cool goal to have.
We just talk? Or do
Yeah,
you want us to raise our hand or sorry, this is my first time. So
people on, so go for it.
yeah, it was me that said I set the goal to bring my new brand to life, and I did that in April. So
Yay.
the Self-Love Empress came into existence last year in 2023, and then I hired a designer and social media gal from a master class that we were taking together, and she's been a dream. And so the Self-Love Empress came to the world in April of 2024. I've done an astrology chart on her. I've done a human design chart on her.
Very exciting. What
Yeah.
kind of human design?
I'm sorry.
What human design is your brand?
That is a great question. I'm like, I'm just getting started with mine, so to speak. So I'm like learning all about mine, like me personally.
Yeah.
And I'm a generator 4/6.
Okay.
And let's see. She is sorry, orchestrator projector with 6/2
Hmm.
and has the channel 5710.
Hmm. Nice. Very, very nice. That will be fun brand to bring to life.
Is it?
To
Again,
bring-
I'm just learning this stuff, so
Yeah, that's okay. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. You have lots of good company that you can get into that face. Are you in the Facebook group?
I I don't know yet. I went today and didn't even have an account yet, so I think I need to set all that up. I'm part of Karen Curry Parker's community. So I've seen some faces in here like Kathy. Kathy looks familiar.
Okay, well, welcome, 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 welcome. Okay. Oh, wow, Kathy, aren't you cross of contagion too? No, I am.
I'm
You have
cross of
gifts-
uncertainty.
Okay,
I'm cross of uncertainty, which has two common gates with contagion. So
yeah,
the 14.
Ah.
So
very,
I don't know. When I ran that chart, it felt really, really cool. And it has a completely open spleen, which feels it's really healing and like has this like, I don't know. It just felt good.
yes. Okay, so just so we don't leave anybody behind, we will get back to goals in a second, but just so we don't leave anybody behind, when people are saying, and maybe everyone on here knows this, but just in case somebody doesn't, you can run the human design chart for your business if you'd like to as well. So if you know, like the time that you're, say you're a corporation or whatever, that if you have an idea of the time that your business was born, then you can run that chart as well. And it's sometimes kind of neat to see. Some people use them to a greater degree than others. I know that I'm going to call you out here, but I know that Stacy has a partnership business. So for her, it's been really beneficial because she and her partner both have charts and they were like, okay, well, whose voice is it? And then when we do a chart of the business, it's like, oh, it brings it all, like it just magically brought everything together for them. And that may not always be the case, but it's also, like in a team, a business that has a bigger team, it's really a neat thing to know, okay, because you have all of these voices. And then but it's like, what is the business? What is the business and what does that business want to express? So it can be kind of some people just use it for fun and some people use it more like, no, this is what I'm leading with is the birth information of the business. And I'm going to ask a favor of those of you that are on, we will try to save the chat afterwards, but if there are questions that you can answer in that chat and you're in there anyway, if you don't mind just popping them in, because I'm only seeing the first half of the question as we go along. Thank you. You guys are so amazing. I can see that somebody looks like they're out for dinner. It's making me hungry. I'm looking at like Fiesta and everything. Okay. So what I would like to do before we break into our first breakout session is I would love for each and every person on this call to celebrate one win. Celebrate one thing that you've gotten done so far this year. You have been in 2024 for 6 months. So even if you didn't set a goal, there must be something that you have won at in your business, something that you have gotten done in your business. So you can pop it in the chat, you can unmute and talk to us, whatever you like. But it's really important that we not always be thinking of the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And then we kind of take a break and say, okay, wait a minute, yay me, I did this. So I want you to do a yay me, please.
I'm going to just jump out because I like to talk. I don't like
Yeah.
to type. I like to type
Yeah.
too. Anyway, I systemized so much of my business and I built so much like foundational stuff that I know as a projector is really going to serve me. And I've really created this vision I'm holding of what I'm calling in, like this or more kind of thing. And in the time being, I'm just doing all my little fun, creative stuff, building different, like I'm still like I had to take a break for a while from building that report because it was so much of a focus, but I'm going back to that. But I completely systemized and automated the booking of my podcast. I've hit the point where now my podcast can be automated and I just launched it, or not automated, monetized, and I just launched it in January. So that feels really good. Yeah, I mean, I'm booked until September something, and I think, aren't you you're September, right?
I think October.
No, I think you're September.
Am I? I hope I show up.
I didn't think, I don't know, I'll look. Yeah, you better show up. Don't do that Manny Jen thing on me and drop it. Like miss a step, like showing up. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, so I've been doing all these things and I literally had the most amazing night at the beach. I put pictures up there and I sat there telling my friends and I was like, this is success. I don't care what numbers I'm getting from my business or whatever. I felt so good. I was in my favorite place with one of my favorite people talking about human design stuff, and it was just really, really good. So I'm holding into that success, continuing to build the vision. I really have kind of a cool vision that I'm not going to share all the way in the group, but I've talked to a few people about of what, and oh, here, my big success. I am presenting at the Human Design Conference in Colorado Springs in September. So
Yay!
that's a
Yay!
big
Hey,
success. So
you started a podcast. You just said your podcast started in January. So that also needs to go on the things that you got done.
Well, no, I said so I actually, I got it launched as an actual podcast, but I've been producing it as like a YouTube thing in that.
Yeah.
So that was it. I launched this podcast and I'm already, I don't know. I don't remember what the numbers were, but I read something that said, if you have this many downloads, you're like in the top 20% of podcasts. And I'm like, wow, I'm already I'm already in that now. And, so there's a lot of people doing podcasts who aren't getting the downloads and the things. So I'm certainly not, Brene Brown or who's the other, the Diary of a CEO, those kind of numbers. I'm not that, but I'm building the vision. So
yeah. And you're right where you need to be in this moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
thank you for all that, especially the feeling of success. Because
Yeah.
I think we sometimes focus so much in human design on the not self. And even though we think we're not, we oh, that's my open head. Oh, that's my this. Oh, that's because it's like, no, like you're here to feel successful. So thank you for sharing what that feels like for you. I appreciate that. Okay, I am going, just because I know that I can, Stacy, would you read some of the wins that are in the chat, please? Because I feel like I want to celebrate with people and I can see them flashing by, and I think it's important that we celebrate. Thank you.
Totally. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is Marieke or Marieke. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. I renewed my target group and proposition. Yay! Candice Poirier. I wrote an ebook. I love all the exclamation points, and started a new branch of my business, SUP Yoga. I don't know what that SUP means. Is that what is that? Well, I'm not sure. Okay, so Tressa, congratulations. Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh, thank you. Tressa, reports are ready. Yay, me. I love it. Gretchen O'Brien, I created the container for my business by creating my website with Bodygraph chart. Hey. Kelly Slattery, hi Kelly, created my website and got my lead magnets reports done. I feel like I have a good foundation.
Amazing.
Obviously, I'm a manifesting generator, like the total cheerleader. So anyway, so this is Mandy. Mandy, putting myself out there, getting on a couple of podcasts and seeking more podcasts to participate in, and testing out groups and communities. Ida, yay me, I replaced my job income with human design in May. That's huge.
Amazing.
Huge. Charmaine, I subscribed to Bodygraph because I was overwhelmed with the time it was taking me to produce them. Yay me. So cute. Love it. This is me, lots of wins, but the latest, greatest. I just finished delivering literally 2 hours ago the first module of my new 8-part level 1 course on mastering your human design. Huge milestone of human design, simple, smart, and fun. So that's mine. Yeah, Charmaine. By them, I mean reports. Got it. Maria Mireille, I graduated as a certified human design mentor. Congratulations. And discovered true sidereal astrology, now being my prime approach when making charts. Awesome. That's a really good niche. Amanda created my lead magnet 30-minute sound healing offer. Woohoo. Astrid, I will be at the Human Design Conference in Colorado. I'm flying in from Amsterdam. Kim Barnwell. Oh, and Kathy's, now there are comments. Okay. And Kathy's podcast is fabulous. Check it out. Okay, good. I was looking for it while we were on the phone. Okay. Here's Astrid. I've launched the 2nd season of my travel and work with Human Design podcast. Excellent. Kim Barnwell, I got the chart and a free report offering up on my site. Wow, that's awesome. Getting greater clarity on my content. Katayun, this is so great, Vickie, that you have people do this. I launched my website. Okay, this is Katayun. I launched my website after doing 2 interviews with YouTube podcasters regarding my last NDE offering psychic mediumship and art. I feel so grateful, 5-1 generator here.
Nice.
What's NDE?
Near-death experience.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay,
There's the
Kelly.
podcast in the chat, please.
Oh, okay. Then Kelly, hold on, let me go. Yeah, Kelly Ramsey taught first human design class in a yoga studio, finished 1 lead magnet. That's awesome. Mandy again. Oh, will we get everyone's IG or website? Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, to connect. There we go. Katayun, near-death experience. Thank you. Andrea. Oh, Andrea, this is huge. I received my first human design reading review. 5 stars. So good. So good. Then she put her site in there, and their Jeff Mara's podcast. Okay, yeah. Thank you for asking. So awesome. That was
Thank
fun.
you.
Thanks, Vickie.
Thank you for reading those. I appreciate you. Okay, so yes, Mandy was asking about, so yeah, feel free to drop your podcast, your Instagram handle, your whatever you want into the chat. And then we will also start another thread tonight in the Facebook group so that for new people, they can see how to connect with everybody because we want to all stay connected. Okay, so back to goals. I'm going to try to break you out into breakout sessions, but honest to God, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do this from my phone. So let's just test this out. Like I use my phone for next to nothing. So I feel like this is going to be you never know. Do we have any Bodygraph chart team people on the call who can start a breakout room? And they might have to unmute because I can't see you either on the phone or on the phone screen. I'll guess.
You are a host. Hello. So you are a host, so you should be able to do this.
I am now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can anybody help me on the phone? I mean, the buttons are the same along the bottom, but I'm not seeing where I can break out into breakout sessions. Nope, not there. Like I honest to God feel like I'm a third.
Can you make someone else a host or a co-host from your phone and then they can do the breakouts?
Sorry, I think you might have been speaking, but I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said,
Yeah.
can you make somebody a host or a co-host and then have them do the breakout rooms?
That would be lovely. I'm sorry, you guys. If
Probably
this is
can't
first,
make anybody else a host from your phone either, right? You don't know how to do that.
well, it's not that like, yeah, I mean, I know how, but I can't get the buttons to keep put it up. Like they're not,
No.
it came up briefly and now it's not coming up again. And I was going to say, if this is your first time, I would love to tell you that this is not how it always is. I mean, it's not quite this bad usually, but I mean, these things often happen. Oh God. Okay. Why will my little menu bar at the bottom not even come up for me, you guys? You know what? We're just going to have to do it with talk. Now my microphone. Oh my God. Sweet Jesus. See, I pray. I don't swear, I pray.
I just like to be in these meetings to see your reactions. It's so amusing.
Okay, so that's not going to work. We're not going to have a breakout session, okay? So we're just all going to stay here together where I can only see about people. And even though we know there are other people here, we're going to go with it. Okay.
Vickie, it's Charmaine here. If you give me a second and make me host, I will do it for you.
I can't get the bar up at the bottom of my phone to do anything. That's the problem.
If you click on participants at
No,
the
but
top,
the bar come up. I can't click any of those buttons because they won't come up for me. That's the issue I'm having.
okay.
Yeah.
Did you
I appreciate
did you swipe like to the right or to the left?
I've done that, and I've done the triangle,
Okay.
the thing. No. Okay. I'm like, oh, did I break it? I'm sorry, you guys.
The other thing you
Gonna
can do
pick
is
out together.
if you share your screen, Vickie, we can actually see what you see, and then we may be able to. Can you just share your screen so we can actually see what you're looking at?
Well, I can't because I can't get the menu bar at the bottom that would allow me to share my screen. I can't get anything other than the faces on the screen. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, and there's no arrow in the top left-hand corner that you can go back one.
Ah, there we go. Thank you. Okay. Oh, this is ridiculous. Imagine the YouTube recording of this. Okay, so I just need to.
So if you just
Okay,
go to participants, make me host, and then just give me a second because I'm just logging into my laptop and I'll sort it out.
Thank you. Holy. I feel like somebody's gonna need to take.
How many people do you want in each breakout group?
Maybe we'll do 4 in each room. Okay, and I'm gonna just give you your marching orders for the breakout session. And congrats on not actually swearing. Okay, so what I would love for you to do is either start to think about some intentions, goals, whatever you want to call them, for the next 6 months. We're talking about until the end of 2024, or revisit the ones that you already set for yourself and the things that we want to be talking about. So just be mindful, there will be 4 people in a room. So just be mindful to maybe go through your things in a minute or two, just to make sure that there's enough time for everyone. So does it still make sense for you? Because sometimes we are so clinging to that goal because we said we were going to do it. And it's like, this really doesn't make sense for my business or my life right now. Is it possible? And we will do an exercise around possibilities when you come back in, when we're all together. Is it still relevant? Do you even want it? Because so many times I get with people and they're like doing this thing that they decided 3 years ago was going to be the thing. And it's like, oh my God, I don't even really want this anymore. And then we'll come back and we'll have a couple of people share what came up for there. Okay. I promise I'll stay in the room, even though I want to escape. Okay, Charmaine, are we good?
Just give me a second. I'm just coming in again. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Charmaine, you are so calm. Like you have the most calm presence.
Don't worry, we're all it's all good. 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 Oh my gosh.
Oh, I thought that was I was the only one that was hearing that. Oh.
So good. I'm so good. I'm here twice. Sorry, I'm on mute now. Okay, just give me a sec. Right. Shoop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. Vickie, you're gonna have to just there's 2 of me in the call. Can you make the other one host, please? So I'm gonna leave and you need to make the new me host instead. Or actually no, I can do that. Sorry, can't I? I can make myself host. Okay.
We should sell tickets to this, really.
This is great learning, I think, for all of us, right? We all have to work on Zoom, probably most of us, right? So this is a great learning opportunity for all of us. Like, oh, here's another option, make somebody else host, you know? I think it's
Yeah.
cool. I'm learning a lot. So you're doing great.
Always a great example of what not to do when you're on Zoom.
All business is third line, right? We learn from
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I practice with my sisters to learn about Zoom
Yeah.
because that's one of my fears is Zoom, like messing up on there. So I told them
Oh,
just sit on the Zoom and we're gonna fake this and act like you're a client.
I
My-
probably spent hundreds of hours on Zoom and look at me.
My first time I did a class that I led on Zoom, it went so horribly wrong, but it was a free class and everybody was so nice. When it was over, I was like, oh my God, that was horrible. That was such a train wreck. I said, but I loved it. I learned so much. I can't wait to do it over. Like I learned so much. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to completely redo this and I'll be back next week, guys. We'll do it again. Right.
Yeah.
I
think-
like moments like, oh, sorry. I like moments like these because it really helps you see where you are with your not self, you know, like
Mhm.
are all the insecurities and like, oh, I have to be perfect, all that shit coming up. And I am swearing because like that's like my thing. And just to be, or you know, tapping our fingers. I mean, I can't believe this is taking. It's like, no, like, you know what? It's just life. We're just here. So anyway, together.
So
And
I
who-
just, Vicky, just tell me, have you used breakout groups on your Zoom before?
It's not my Zoom. But yeah, we have done it before.
You have done it before. Okay. Cool.
We can even start here all together if it's not working.
Yeah, it's coming up with an error message about the version of Zoom. So
Okay.
I'm just curious as to. So yeah, just start, and I'm just leave it with me a second.
Thank you very much, Charmaine. So this is something that we get to look at on the Bodygraph chart Zoom account before next Wednesday. I would love to tell you that by next Wednesday this will go smoothly, but who knows? Anything could happen by then. Okay, so who wants to chat about this? A goal or goals? Does it still make sense? Does it feel possible? Is it still relevant? Do you even want it anymore? Who wants to play?
I'll go. Oh, who said that? Is someone else go on too at the same time?
It's fine.
I've already been talking. So whoever's doing that, you go first. I'll go later. Yeah.
Okay, so it's Andrea and Vicky. Hi, and evening, everybody. So my goals change now because of human design and because of just being able to, at the beginning of the year, human design wasn't even part of my goal. So it was a distant thing that I thought about a few years ago. And then all of a sudden I just picked it back up again. And so now my goal going forward for the end of the year is to host more workshops, because I hosted my first workshop a couple of weeks ago. That was amazing. And really get down to the nitty-gritty of getting more readings done and doing more offers, and yeah, really solidifying my presence as a human design coach, reader, whatever I choose to call myself. But yeah, and how I'm tying it, and it ties so well with my role as a business strategist and healer, because it's like human design is the foundation for both avenues, and getting to know my clients a lot better. So yeah, my goal going forward is to have human design as the foundation. Just like when you mentioned about the personality test, I feel like you said, human design is the best one out there of them all. And I truly believe that. So yeah, that's my goal. Just really making it a foundation and making it a thing. People actually coming to me now. This is the first time people's come to me for a particular part of my business. Like, oh, what's my human design? And I put something out quickly on Sunday, and like people downloading the chart, telling me what their human design type is. And so I'm getting more interactions because of human design. So I found like my lead magnet way in for people to me. Yeah, that's it. Thank
Very
you.
cool. I at the end you went really quiet on my end. I think maybe for others too, because I could see other people leaning in. Was that my phone? Please tell me that's not my phone. Did you
Oh,
guys have a hard time hearing me at the end?
was it me?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, good. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Andrea. I really appreciate it. And I love too that for you, it's like the goal has to change, but it has to get bigger because it has to now include human design. So that's absolutely amazing. Who else wants to share?
I'll go.
Hey.
This is Amanda. My goal is 12 clients a week. So that's my goal. That I started at the beginning of the year, and I'm sticking with it, and I'm haven't got there yet, but that's okay. I still got 6 months.
Can you say, I'm like, it must be my sound at this point. I can't. I heard you say something a week.
Okay. My goal is 12 clients a week.
Holy, wow. Like individual clients?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I do a few different modalities. So I do human design, biofield tuning, sound healing, and emotion code. So I do several different things, but that's my goal is 12 clients a week. And I haven't got there yet, but working on it, and it's still my goal. And I'm have 6 months left of the year to get to that 12. So I'm good.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm going to try this and see.
Hi, Vickie, it's Charmaine. So the issue is, there's two things. It's
Okay,
either
does anybody want to share? Hallelujah, I have sound.
Vickie, it's Charmaine. Just very quickly, the issue is either the fact that you're recording. So when you're recording a meeting, you can't, then you try and go into breakout rooms. It sometimes the recording needs to be switched off.
Okay.
And the other thing is that there may be a setting that you're allowed to actually allocate rooms. So I don't have access to your portal. So just give me a second.
Third line. So when somebody says, it's actually not your fault this time, you know?
No,
Thank you,
it's not your
Charmaine.
fault, but you can beforehand. You can actually set them up in advance next time, or you can, you know, I've actually got a little tutorial on setting up breakout rooms. If anybody wants it with screenshots and stuff, I'm happy to share that with anybody who needs that.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll dig it out.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody else want to share a goal that you're going to go for? A goal that's or something that you're like, you know what, I'm looking at this and thinking about this, and I'm like, this is coming off the table. I don't need to do this. I don't need to stress over this. It's not where I'm at in my life and my business right now.
I will say something else. Oh, sorry, Danita. I'm just, you know, hearing Amanda's goal. I remembered at the beginning of the year, I had set a goal that I wanted 10 clients, either mentoring, preferably mentoring or readings per week. And I have since said, I do not want that. It's too much for me. So I've realized that. I realized that I want a lot more passive and things that I haven't gotten clarity on, and I want maybe 5 or 6 a week, you know.
Yeah.
A couple of days where I have a couple of, like, no more than 3 days with 2 readings each. I don't want that. Otherwise it's just.
Yeah. And for people who are maybe newer in your human design business that are on the call, I mean, you get a lot of noise coming at you from everywhere that, you know, you got to pick a niche and you got to do this and you got to do that. And like the best thing that you can do for your business is go balls to the wall, and which is kind of like swearing, sorry, but get just get tons of things done, like tons of, if you want to do mini readings, if you want to do regular readings, if you want to do, like, it doesn't matter what it is, but it makes you refine it. Like, Kathy, how long are you in business, in your human design business?
My business is only a year and a half old. Human design is 8 years, but I didn't start doing it. I did it all for nothing, for free, before.
So once you get doing those readings and things for a year or something, or maybe faster, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, doesn't matter, maybe longer, but you really start to refine your process, and you really start to refine who's coming to you, and you start to really realize, like, oh, wait a minute, that actually takes a lot more energy than I thought it would, or this energizes me like crazy. I could do this all day long. And the only way you're going to figure that out is by actually doing it, by actually getting in the room with people and honing your craft. It's just part of the process. And it can be fun, right? It doesn't have to be. I think it's fun. I think there's a lot of heads nodding, so we must all be having fun doing our human design.
Vickie, can I just add in there, just as someone that's as new to human design, so anybody that is new, like I didn't do it because it looked confusing. It's not the easiest, but once you get to it and start, like you say, start doing the practicing readings for friends and family and just looking into it more. I'm even going down the route now. Okay, I don't just want to do like the big, I call it the big three. I want to start looking more into gates and the incarnation cross and looking at life purpose. And this is literally just in the last few months. So yeah, I just wanted to, if that encourages anybody, to say it can be done. So imagine what I'd be like. I'm consistent with it all for the next.
There'll be no stopping you. Yeah. And it reminds me when my kids were little, people would always be talking about how, they wanted them to stay little forever, and it was so bad when they grew up and all of this stuff. And one of my friends said to me, your kids grow with you. They grow with you. Like, as they grow, you get to a different stage too. It was so true. Like, one of our teenagers was hell on earth, but the other two were absolutely, like, it was the most fun we ever had. And I was so sad when they went to college. I was like, oh my God, now I got to decide who I am. But all that to say, your business grows with you too. Like, you and your business just kind of go along, and it's just this beautiful journey that you get to be on. Danita, I'm not sure if that's how I pronounce your name, and I can't see your name on the Zoom screen, but I know we missed you last week and we had you the week before. So I want to hear what you were going to say.
It might be loud. I might have to cut it off. I'm outside by a busy road.
Okay.
But as far as goals, I just found my goals from September of 23, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
My business plan. And that let me know that, one, I need to go through everything that I've done as a line 1 for generator. Have so much stuff everywhere that I probably don't even need to make anymore. There.
Yes.
Okay. So I was like, oh, I've said that 5,000 times trying to Google that and see what I mean. But yeah, so a lot of it is still clear, but it did not include human design.
Okay.
So what I've been doing was human design readings with family and friends, and trying to figure out how to mingle that in with the breakthrough session. So it's kind of what I'm doing now. And I've been a nurse for over 20 years, and none of this had to do anything with nursing, but that's what I can talk about super easily. So now I'm mingling like the chakras and the organs together.
Yes. I love that.
Something like that. Yeah. And then I also know Reiki, so that goes with the chakras and the energy and all that. So, but the line 1 needs to stop somewhere. So, as far as the money that I want to make is still the same, but I want to make it with some HD readings, maybe 1 or 2 breakthrough sessions a month, maybe 3 a month. And then passive income is what I am seeking as number 1. I want to be able to travel and do the sessions and different things virtually, because by my emotions and energy, I know now I need to go somewhere like every 3 months. I don't care if it's 30 minutes away on a flight. I gotta go. Yeah. So
nice.
I had a great call with Victoria.
Nice,
excellence.
good. She's amazing. Yes.
And she kind of reset me, you know, and one step at a time.
Yeah.
And that's all I needed
She
to
has a
hear.
real good way of lining people up. Like this is how it, yeah, yeah. Great
Yeah,
energy for that.
so we're gonna put the basic stuff on the website, the basic that I need to throw some stuff out there. Quit trying to make it look pretty. Quit making sure
Yeah.
all the words are perfect and just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Done is
my
better than perfect.
initial goal. And then over months, I have my yearly goal of how much I want to make every month and all of that stuff. But so talking to her really as a generator gave me something to respond to and helped a lot.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for sharing all of that with us. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you.
Sure.
And we'll be excited to see you reach your goals. Okay, so I've got a couple of exercises for you to walk away with today, and then we will actually do some planning on the next call. And if we don't have the Bodygraph chart Zoom the way we need it to be, I'll send you my Zoom. So we'll be able to do the things that we need to do, but I'm sure that we can figure this out. It's all figure outable, right? So there's two things that I want to go to that have really nothing to do with goal setting, but I'm just going to touch on them quickly because I think they're important. And then I'll give you kind of some stuff that you can contemplate over the next few days before our next call. So one of the things that Kathy said, and I think it's really important for especially people who are just starting their business. And I don't know how long everyone here has been in business. So I'm sure that I will see some heads nod for those of us that have been in business a little bit longer. Kathy said about getting her systems in place. And I'm going to tell you that the sooner you can have systems in place, even for those of us that resist and don't love systems, there's freedom. The more structure and the more systems that you have in place in your business. I'm working with someone right now, a coaching client, and we are setting up her entire business from the beginning. And we are setting up her SOPs as she starts and as she gets going. And how do I know that as a mini gen? Because I know that's not the step that you're supposed to skip. But I did it in my own, I'm always like, get there faster. But yes, so take that away from Kathy and anyone else on the call. It's like getting the systems in place that are going to work for you. It doesn't have to be what everyone else thinks it is. It doesn't have to be a system that anybody else could understand. But when you get to the point where you're going to hire people in your business, it's going to be really important to have those systems in place and those SOPs in place. And then growing your audience. We're going to do something big around growing your audience in August. So stay tuned for that. But no matter what stage of business we're at, we're always growing our audience. And that's the thing that when I hear people saying, passive income, we all have this like pie in the sky thing that we think that passive income means. It actually means working your ass off to grow your audience so that you have people to sell the passive things to, right? So we want to be always remembering, it can be super fun. It doesn't have to be a gruel, but we can't expect that we are going to, have 3 people following us on Instagram and that we are going to sell 6 reports a month, I know you laugh, but I hear this. I see this. I promise you, I see this. Or even worse, I'm going to call you out if you have this, a private account on Instagram. So if you have a business, you cannot have a private account. You can have a private account for your person if you want, but you can't do that. Anyway, that's a topic for another day. Wait till you get to August. Wait till you see, you guys, what we're doing in August. Okay, so homework. So start to think about what you want to have happen in your business or what you want to make happen or follow your strategy and authority to have happen, be in partnership with in your business for the next 6 months. And I said we would talk a little bit about possibilities. We have this thing when we set goals where we look at, well, this happened in the past. Anybody guilty of that? Well, okay, here's what I made in 2023. So then it's reasonable to expect in 2024, I'll have an X percentage increase. This is what like Amanda could be saying, well, I had 10 clients last month, so it's reasonable to assume that I could get 12 clients this month. But what we want to start, like the whole freaking world there's infinite possibilities. So we want to look at like what's actually possible because we see this much of what's possible, right? So try not to think about what happened before in your life, in your business, in your other careers. Try not to think about that as you're setting your goals. Like try to think about, okay, the sky actually is the limit here. Anything is possible for me. So when you're looking at, you might revise those goals that you had at the beginning of 2024, or you might just completely start from scratch. You're the boss of you, you get to do whatever you want. And then ask yourself what, or maybe, you know, sit with yourself and feel into your body. I love to close my eyes and be in stillness for this. And yes, I can be in stillness. But ask yourself, where's the resistance? What am I resisting? Because the thing that you most want, or the thing that you most need to do, is usually on the other side of that resistance. Where is it in my body? And how can I get it to move? And usually how we get it to move is that we meet it with understanding and compassion, and not saying, oh my God, Stacey, what's wrong with you that you can't, you know, blah, 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 the voice in your head, right? And we all know that with the deconditioning work that we do. So just do some playing around. That was going to be a fun breakout session, but spoiler alert, not happening today. But you can do that in your own time, right? Look at, where is my resistance around this? What's actually stopping me? And then when we're looking at a resistance, we want to be thinking about, what's the payoff of this, right? So, I mean, you know, me and tech, right? But I also then, it's me and tech, right? Like, it's a story that I tell myself about tech, and look what happens every freaking time. Look what happens. But it's like, what is happening with that, you know? And I do it. I mean, we have fun with this here, but, well, I think we're having fun. But in my own business, it's like, if I don't master the tech, then I have to look at, okay, Vickie, not mastering that. And yes, I can hire it out, but there's something to be said for understanding your stuff before you pass it off to someone. And then I always have this thing that I can go back, well, I didn't get the tech right, so it didn't work, you know? So what's the payoff? What's actually keeping you there? Because the resistance is there for a reason. It's keeping us safe, right? And everything that we want is on the other side of that little bit of resistance. And then the last thing that I'm going to ask you to do is choose one thing that you're going to go all in on in your business for the next 90 days. Why 90 days? Because what you experience 90 days from now will be a direct result to what you're doing now. So and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with taking the summer off. I believe in holidays big time. You will see more pictures of me kayaking on my stories this summer than anything else you've ever seen. And we have to understand that what we do now is the kind of business that we will have 90 days from now. The things that we're doing now in our business do not affect next week. I mean, yes, a little bit, but they are going to really build the foundation for the business that you're going to experience in 90 days. And 90 days from now, we start the busiest quarter, the busiest quarter of the year. So typically what we see, you haven't been around the business space a lot. What most often happens is that by August, people are ready to get going again, especially, I mean, you're in the personal development industry, maybe you serve business leaders. I don't know what all of your niches are, but human design is as the niche. You could expect that from August onward, in that once we start Q4 in September, that your business could explode. But it won't explode if you sit around the campfire eating bonbons for the next 3 months. There's like, I mean, you can follow, there's no human design strategy that's going to tell you that you can do that and still have a viable business, right? So as you're leaning into your design and all of those things, yeah, Tammy says, dang, yeah, don't we all just wish, right? Give me a box of Junior Mints and just park me by the water. Where was I? Sorry. Yeah. So setting yourself up now, choosing one thing, because I think that's another thing that we can be kind of guilty of, even if we're not manifesting generators. We can be guilty of choosing to do like 20 different things in our business and see what sticks. It's like, when you look at maybe the 5 things that you could do to reach your goal, when you look at the 10 things that you could offer to reach your goal, what is the one that you feel in your body like, oh, I am so excited to be able to do this? Like, if you're someone who thinks about readings and you want to vomit in your mouth, then readings are probably not the way to reach that goal for you. You know, if you think you should write a book and every time you sit down to write, you're like, oh my sweet Jesus, if I would rather stab my eyeballs out, then that may not be the thing that you need to be doing. So look at your, you know, here's all the ways that I could get there, but here's the one that I feel in my body that's right for me. I'm going to go all in on this. I am going to choose readings and this report and I am going to sell the hell out of them for the last 3 months of this year to reach this goal. Or, you know, maybe your goal is to finish that report that's 1,000 pages long. That's what I'm going to go all in on. But like, plant your flag. That's what I'm asking you to do, is plant your flag. So when we come back together next Wednesday in a much better Zoom room, same great people, different room. When we come back together, we'll actually create a plan of action. So I invite you to have your goal ready, have your thing that you're going to go all in on ready, and we will strategize how. I mean, there's a lot of smart people in this room, a lot of smart people, a lot of experience in this room, and we can carve out the path for the next 90 days in your business. Okay. Parting thoughts. I can only see like flashes of the chat here. So my arm is getting really tired holding this phone. It's my headphones. It won't set, and I don't have my selfie stick.
Vickie,
Stacy.
I wanted to make a comment about when you were talking about the systems, because I've just been through a major brand pivot and basically just spent 6 weeks focused on infrastructure. You're frozen. Yeah, there you are. You're back.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to let anyone know, because I feel like you can feel, because I wasn't posting on Instagram for a couple of weeks. Like, it was amazing how quickly time could go by where I couldn't be in my business, because my business partner, for context, left today. She's gone for 3 weeks, and she does all the design and creative. And so we needed to get a bunch of stuff done before she left, because I'm now on my own. And so kind of everything else went to the side. And I feel like we can be so hard on ourselves when we're building the systems, because the world doesn't see that yet. And it's like other things, you know, if you're small and you don't have all the resources available, you know, the day-to-day, you know, posting or showing up in your business kind of falls to the wayside. And you just have, I feel like forgiveness has to be such a big part of this process. And anyway, but I just want to let you know, it's like, it does end like at some point. I mean, you'll always be investing somewhat in infrastructure, but once you like lay it all out and you know what you've got, it's like, I mean, I'm just so excited now to sell and to just focus on that. And so I just wanted to make that note that it could be very demoralizing, especially if you're a solopreneur and you've got all these different pieces to pull together, and it's foreign because you're learning it all too, right? It's like, anyway, I just wanted to put that out there, to be gentle with yourselves and be forgiving, because it's hard, and you're not alone, and there is light at the other end of the tunnel. And anyway, I just wanted to share that experience. That's all.
Thank you very much. And that could be your 90-day goal, right? Like, that could be the plan that you're not making a 90-day goal, sorry, but that could be the thing that you're focusing on to build the structure in place that you need. Like, it doesn't have to be an outward facing goal. It doesn't have to be a money goal. It doesn't have to be, you know, it can be, I want to consistently post to my social media. I want to build my email list. I want to, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's not for any of us to say, but yeah, whatever you're doing, do it with gusto, right? Do it with all of you. Mm-hmm. Other parting thoughts?
I'll say one more thing because I haven't talked enough. Chatty Cathy.
No.
Okay. So that what Stacy said just really reminded me of the mindset I've really set for myself going into all this is, you know, most people, if they want to start a brick and mortar business, they have to build up an investment. They have to invest in inventory, real estate, personnel, all these things. And then they have to then build enough business to even pay for those things. But when we start something where we're the business, we think we should be able to just start making money right away. And it's no different than investing in my inventory for a boutique or any of those things. You got to put it out there first and not get discouraged when people do, you know, somebody will put up their website and their chart generator and they're like, okay, where is everybody? Right. Yeah. You know, you got to invest the time and hold the vision long enough, for it to come in, and then be willing to say, oh, the vision's changing. For me, my vision when I started a business is completely different than what it is right now. And I'm still, when I'm holding the vision, it's like, ooh, this feels good. Okay, universe, this or better, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Don't limit me by my imagination. My imagination says this would sound cool, but I'm open to more, right? So just, and not getting discouraged when we don't have people beating down the doors to do, what we thought we were going to do, because maybe what we thought we were going to do was too small of a vision.
I love that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And we do need to be reminded, I love that analogy about the retail space. That's a good way to frame it for us. Thank you. All right. So we do have a community call tomorrow. And if you're new here, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have a community call. And what that is a little bit of business troubleshooting. You can ask any kind of questions around business, any of the things, and sales, anything. And then we also have Victoria, usually Victoria, often Algus as well. They are tech gods, and they participate in those calls for us so that they can have you share anything that you're dealing with your Bodygraph chart site, or getting your reports on your site, or anything like that. You can screen share, they can screen share. They walk us through all of the things in your business that you don't want me looking at. They're the ones that are there to help with that. So that's Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then our next goal setting call, we'll finish this up next Wednesday night, which is the 19th. Okay. All right. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you for your patience and your participation. It was so much fun. I love seeing when we get to see the same faces over and over again. It's so much fun, right? For my fourth line, just loves it. Oh, look at Kathy with her hearts. Yay. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.